All right, so back to making content again. It's been a good month plus since I've actually recorded anything. So hopping back into this lucid dreaming supplement series, I've been working our way through. Coming up next will actually be the week I took off from taking, so no supplements. But before going to that, I wanted to circle back around to the Huperzine A Alpha GPC stack. So after I recorded those videos and kind of got reminded about how it really did seem to work overall, even though I didn't have that many lucid dreams that week, I did have, one really good one while taking it. And then lucid stuff aside, my dream clarity, the recall, the stability of the dream, the vividness and all that did seem kicked up a notch while taking it. So anyway, that night, after not taking it for a while, I took the stack again and had really, one of the best lucid dreams ever, if I kind of think about it, where I finally got to experience something I've been trying to get to since taking this practice seriously, forever ago. And that is having one of these dreams of clear light or of emptiness or, void, however you want to call that shit, right? Basically how, and in particular, how Andrew Holacek talks about it, right? Where that's, he's one of the first authors I ever started reading in this space. And he just presented it in a way that I've had dreams that kind of seem similar to it in the past, or moments and stuff like that in dream that seem similar to it in the past, like, going into the dream, closing my eyes, and then trying to keep dreaming instead of waking yourself up. There's little tricks and stuff you can do like that. But I never had an experience that felt like it was actually it. And this dream finally did seem like that. I'll share the whole dream in detail one of these days, but it's just really long. But here's a short of it. So I was in a kind of already neater dream space where I'm being shown like the different levels and depths of the dreaming world, of the dreaming mind, however you want to think about it, by this dream character or guide and whatnot. And then at one point, she just simply, as she's showing me these different levels of the dreaming space, she just simply placed me, into the clear light emptiness space. And the best way I could just try to describe it, just a very ineffable kind of like awestruck, moment that seemed to kind of stretch on for a time. Then the dream, a regular type dream world, fills in and builds up into it. Shortly later, I end up waking myself up because I'm thinking like, shit, she was trying to tell me how this other dream space was actually deeper than that empty void space I was just in. But I'm thinking like, shit, I actually want to go back, and I want to go back to the other place, man. Forget this new dream space I'm in. I want to go back to the clear light area. And so I end up waking myself up because I want to try and remember all this shit before I forget it. Then falling back asleep, I enter a very similar dream setting where it's still being shown like the different layers and depths of the dream and stuff like that. This time I'm with the dream character who I take to kind of be like the same one from before, but it's like a man this time, looks different. And as he's telling me about, like all this dream world shit, I'm like, yeah, but I actually want to go back. I want to go back to the clear light space. I want to go back to the emptiness. And then he was kind of telling me how I shouldn't do that. But then I'm just like, oh, but I want to. And then just putting that intention out to want to do it, I go immediately back to it. And, same type scenario. Then eventually, a regular type dream world builds back into it and whatnot. But nonetheless, it was a very awesome, cool experience. Of course, the next night, I wanted to follow it up again, right, with the stack to see if it would work again. And it did not. Well, I mean, I was lucid because I just went like a few nights in a row of just keep taking it, where I had lucid dreams after that, taking the stack, but first of all, they weren't the really good kind. They're like my average type of lucid dreams, and none were to the level of, the one I had the first night I took it. Funny thing is, though, I've had a good amount of lucid dreams since then, and for some reason it's never dawned on me again in the dream to try and find that freaking emptiness void space again. I should incubate the idea. I was actually trying to do something else from one of the commenters on YouTube about like DNA activation shit. That didn't work either, but nonetheless, that was my goal of mine for the last like week or so. Anyway, so that's that. Was it the stack's fault or not? I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe it's like galantamine, where it's just kind of boosts your chances of having one of these deeper type experiences, but it's not necessarily the supplement's fault.